Hi, my name is Maddie Barraza, and today I'm going to be discussing the hiring committee briefing from the Pandora internship interviews. First, I'd like to do a quick little introduction as to what this presentation is going to consist of. So first, we're going to discuss the rubric that my group and I made. Next, we're going to discuss each interviewee, just a quick little strengths and weaknesses of each interview. And lastly, we're going to choose the candidate and explain why we chose that candidate. So first, let's discuss the rubric that my group and I decided to choose. We wanted to focus our rubric not only on the job call, but also aspects we've learned in class that we've learned that make a strong interview. So our rubric consists of one, that the person has a resume, they are professionally dressed, and that they come with good questions that prove that they did adequate research about the company. They have strong written and verbal communication abilities. They have a strong passion for music. Someone who is self motivated and is a self starter, a creative thinker, and lastly, someone who is collaborative and is able to work well with others. So, after that being said, I'd like to first take a look at Devon's interview. We thought that Devon had a really strong interview with many strong aspects. She talks in depth about her passion and knowledge in marketing. Her being a marketing minor at Chico State, it clearly shows that she has the knowledge to do marketing on the field. She also talks in depth about her being a captain for the Chico State soccer team. This shows that she is not only a very good collaborator and is able to work well with others, but it also goes beyond that and shows that she has great leadership, something that's not discussed in the rubric, but we think that added to her interview. With that being said, there were aspects in her interview that we thought needed some work. She did not have the best research about the company. We thought it was the weakest out of the three candidates, and she doesn't really discuss a passion for music at all. But we thought overall she did an amazing job just discussing, her extensive knowledge about marketing. Because this is a marketing internship, we thought that was vital and really important, and that's good that she talked about that. Next, we're going to talk about Alex's interview. Again, we thought it was an amazing interview. He did a great job, was professionally dressed, came with a resume, all the nuts and bolts that you need to come have a great interview. Something that he does talk about is his passion for music. He goes in depth about how he is a musician. He has such a strong passion for music. And something else that we thought was very strong in Alex's interview was his research about the company. He at times seemed like he knew more about the company than the interviewer knew herself. And then lastly, he talks about him being an entrepreneur and being a self-starter, and we thought that was a really good aspect to his interview. But something we thought set him back was when he was answering one of the questions the interviewer gave, and he talks about how he didn't really like a guy from the beginning. And for the group and I personally, we thought that was kind of his downfall. This shows that he really isn't the best collaborator and might not always work well with others, and we thought that kind of brought his interview down a little bit. But other than that, a strong interview. And lastly, we're going to talk about Franzo's interview. His is kind of hard to evaluate in our opinion, just because we personally thought the interviewer itself was not very good. We thought that he went too off topic and wanted to know more about Franzo's personal life other than his qualifications for the internship. But what Franzo did well was he talked about his passion for music again. He shared his eclectic tastes, seeing that he has a wide variety of music tastes. We thought that was an interesting part of his interview that the two other candidates didn't have. He also went back and shared memories and past experiences that he had, and he showed how that and his major in communication can correlate into marketing. But some things that he can work on was that he wasn't the most professionally dressed. We thought the red shirt was kind of distracting, and overall there was just too many points of the rubric that he didn't meet, and we thought that really brought his interview down. But like I said before, his interview was hard to evaluate at first because the interviewer wasn't the best. So in conclusion, we decided to choose Devon as our top candidate. based on her interview and her resume, we decided that she is the most qualified for this position. Even though she didn't discuss her passion for music like the other ones did, we thought it was more important that she went such in depth about her knowledge and skills about the marketing, knowledge and skills she has. That's something that wasn't really as important to the other interviewees who, more focused their attention on their passion for music. But because this is, a marketing interview, my group and I thought that this was the most important aspect, that they talk about, why they would be a good marketer. And Devin, I think, discusses that the best. She just has many examples and knowledge as to why she would be the best marketer. And so that's why we decided to choose her as our candidate. And thank you for listening.